Hi everyone. So in my group we are Isaac from Ghana, Adam from Ghana, Deacon Jed and Deacon Jude. Sorry, Deacon Jacob, and then I. So for us, our members most are some because they are new in Korea, so some are thankful because of God bringing them into a new country, and also thankful for successful academic progress, and also thankful for having stayed in the flow of the Word of God, and also thankful for God's grace in their lives, and also thankful for being able to evangelize to various people, especially foreigners in this country. So those were the 2018 Thanksgivings. And then for the prayer topics of this year, our members were praying for healthy life and being able to fulfill the will of God in their life, and also for the restoration of the gospel to all nations, and also to break from the old frames, and also to discover more about what of the things that God gave to us, and also for healing in various fields, and also praying for their families. One of our members is expecting a baby this time, so he was praying for good health of his baby, and also praying to hold on in Christ, as Paul did in Corinthians 2, but 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 10. Thank you. Everyone, our group had 5. Our group had 5 members.
2 minutes left.
Okay. Grace, Paul, Ruth, and Emily and Chris.
Where are they from?
Grace is from Rwanda, and she's thankful for the gift of life, and she's away from her family, and she's thankful for her husband and children who are back at home, and she's grateful for the scholarship she got in 2018 to come to Korea, and she can't take it for granted. Her prayer topic is to hold on, for God to hold her hand tight, and because the journey is not easy, but with God everything is possible. And also she learned that the scars are their fears, and we can use the scars to show people what God has done. Paul is thankful for the gift of life and having completed his studies and awaiting graduation, and also for family, friends, and relatives. A message was there, healing of individuals, and also spreading the word to the fields. Prayer topic is to discover God's plan for his life this year. Chris is thankful for being able to complete his thesis. It was a huge hassle. He's awaiting his graduation, and he's asking, his prayer topic is to ask for guidance this coming year. And he had 2 questions. One question was, Pastor Sam's sermon was about saving the churches that are closing down, so he wanted more to something to clarify about like what Pastor Sam mentioned, and also the other question was on 2 Corinthians 4 verse 16, where it says that though we are wasting away, our inner selves gets renewed. So he wanted to know more about that. Ruth is thankful for God, for Jesus Christ in her life, and our prayer topic is every person to have that color of the gospel, and also only Jesus Christ, and hold our standards to be channeled in Christ. And also her prayer topic is for her covenant journey. And Emily is thankful for life, friends, and school, and also a prayer topic is to find her CVDIP this year, and Ephesians 6 of fighting the spiritual battle. Thank you.
First, Pastor Song Myung-do, he's doing ministry in Gyeonggi region, and he's trying to find first disciples who would realize Jesus is Christ. He found a person who accepted Jesus Christ 1 year ago, but she's a doctor, but she hadn't heard the gospel before, and she works at the hospital and accepted Christ and started studying the Bible. And he first went to the hospital to find a disciple, and she's studying now, but he believes that she is a disciple. And she was baptized by him, and yeah, and his Thanksgiving was that she was baptized by him, she doesn't come to his church yet, but one day she will, hopefully. And the second thanksgiving is towards God that he is enjoying gospel more than before, and started to enjoy prayer and enjoy deep prayer. And his prayer topics is 정로, his vision is 정로구, 종구, 중구, Yongsan-gu and Mapogu, northwest of Seoul, which is the center of Korea, to establish spiritual system, meaning we can make the conclusion with Jesus Christ, and praying to find disciples every day, and make the upper room meetings. And Doreen, she first wants to thank God it's like when during the Passover and Easter, she managed to have time of enjoyment, and she was a director for Pastor Children's Organization, and between pastor and the children, pastor children had a lot of hardships where the parents are busy. Wow. And that one day, she was very happy because there are some kids who have never heard the gospel, although their parents are pastors, and they hate their parents' jobs. I know. They had time discussing their challenges, and they want to unite with their the pastors. Children want to unite with their parents, and also in their homes. Like most pastors in the regions, they just play music, but they don't go to school and don't care about their studies. And they just serve their church, but not only about serving God and not caring for the children. And then she said that we need to care about our children and be a pastor in our family as well. And because being a director in the region, 21 pastors, 62 children, and only 20 are saved, and 40 of them hate God. And the second thing she's thankful is that by God's grace, she is here. And the prayer topic is what is the purpose of our coming to Korea? Not only to get a master's degree, but to spread the gospel to other people. And the second prayer topic is the prayer for our family, because one of our sisters is receiving healing from 4th stage cancer, and this is something we should pray for this year. And you want to, after finishing the Bible college in the Philippines, God has used him and to lead the youth ministry at his church, I think Tumeki. And she's thankful that he can see many problems in young people in their spiritual state. And with that, receiving the gospel and falling into drugs and worldly culture, they enjoy worldly culture more than going to church, and they do not know their future anymore. So, by leading the youth groups, he felt that after they receive the gospel, that they can be able to lead others in the end. And that's the first Thanksgiving for 2018. And the second is by God's grace, he can come to Korea to study gospel and receive more training. And his prayer topic is to really be rooted in nature and gospel and changed by the gospel. And the second prayer topic is to really apply what he has learned in the field. And Tom, he's been in Korea for several years, but past year God's been trying to shape him better, different mindset in his job and his studies. And he has been putting his heart into the remnants in their future. And it's been a great year because he had received a promotion, and he has to discover that his next site, he's going to leave July. So he's going to prepare for where he has to go next. So the place where he's going is there won't be any Tarapan system, which is like some place in America. So here he can prepare for that, so he can establish a system in the field. And for me, the first Thanksgiving is that although I've been selfish most of my life, that God still used me by making me go through many problems, and those problems really were blessings and shaped my life. And I'm thankful that he did not let me to die, but saved me and used me as his tool for world evangelization by putting me in the missional and putting me in Remnant Theological School. And the second Thanksgiving is that God has put me into many trainings towards the Spiritual Summit and to know more about the gospel. And my prayer topic is for me to establish a missional one day for healing and to help all the people who are dying spiritually, and heal their spiritual and physical and mental state and their addictions, and also for God to help me go to a spiritual summit and guide me into making this training center. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Good evening. It's kind of, I don't know. So everybody in the group was late. So, we missed the message. All I know is that there is an Indian family, and then the Cameroonian family, and then we have the Korean deacon. So we just got to know ourselves, today I know that she's a pastor, and then the husband is an engineer, and then the deacon is Korean, and he's like trying to be a link between the main church and the English service. So he wants to like try to see how he can help pass the message from the main service to the English service. And what else am I supposed So the chicken was so good. Thank you, sorry.
And you're here with your wife and your daughter.
Yeah, I'm here with my wife and daughter. My wife is Comfort and the baby is Myra. Thank you.